to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a sugar-free, low-carb energy bite that you can make into little balls, or you could make them into like little Clif bar shapes. However you want to do it, these are just a really great on-the-go snack and kind of also meet that little like sweet tooth craving that I often have for something after dinner or in the afternoon. I came up with these actually, okay, I have wanted to post this video for like 2 years. I started filming this video a couple years ago, and for various reasons, just it didn't come together good. And recently, my mother-in-law and my father-in-law were up here visiting from the lower 48, and my mother-in-law and I got a chance to bake together, and the cookies that we made a couple weeks ago are the inspiration for these energy bites, because every Christmas my husband's family, when he was growing up, would make these peanut butter balls, and you know, I enjoyed them when I came into the family as well. And it isn't Christmas if you don't make these. Well, they have honey in them, and if you're gonna stay on plan with Trim Healthy Mama, then you know that you don't consume large amounts of honey, and I definitely can't. Like my blood sugar, I don't feel good if I eat honey. And so I was motivated one Christmas when my husband was making these with my sons. I really wanted some of those peanut butter balls, and I couldn't have it. And so around that same time, a friend from church had given me a recipe something she had brought to a potluck, and people were going crazy over them, and they were these little energy bites. Well, they're pretty much almost the same recipe as these Christmas cookies, except they have some other mix-ins like coconut and chia, and I came up with my own variation. So I'm going to take you back real quick to 2 weeks ago when I was baking with my mother-in-law, and I'm going to introduce her and talk a little bit more about those cookies. And then I'm going to come back, and I didn't get a chance that night to finish filming. I don't know why this video has come together. Some come together really fast, and some are like way more, I don't know, a headache. And I've been really excited to share this recipe with you guys, but it is taking me a long time. So yeah, that night they were leaving, they were flying out on a red eye, and I didn't have time to make my energy bites after we got done making the Christmas cookies. So I'm finally doing it like a couple weeks later, just a few days before Christmas, and I'm gonna show you these. And yeah, and if you hear my dishwasher, also this next part of the video, you're gonna wanna turn your volume up. For some reason it just doesn't come through very loudly. So all right, I'm gonna go to that next shot. Hi, and welcome to Marissa's Kitchen. Today I am going to show you a protein ball energy bite thing that I came up with. And it is the holidays in my home, and you might hear some other stuff going on in my kitchen. And that's because I have my mother-in-law here who is visiting from the lower 48. And this is Judy. And she is the one who first introduced me, well, it was my husband when we came home to visit at Christmas when we were engaged, and I got introduced to peanut butter balls. So they are this healthy little cookie that when I hear peanut butter balls, I think of like Buckeyes that you dip in chocolate, and these were ones that have oatmeal and honey, and you dip them in wheat germ and sugar. And like everyone always makes like a huge one. There's this joke where you like roll this ginormous like softball. Okay, that's a big softball, but okay, softball size.
Big one.
Yeah, and I have here, so Mom, you got the recipe from the
Rodale Cookbook.
Rodale Cookbook. And my mother-in-law is so sweet. When I got married, I seriously didn't know anything about cooking, and she probably realized that maybe. So she gave me a handmade cookbook that she had handwritten all the recipes, and including in that is the peanut butter ball recipe. So I'm going to include the peanut butter ball recipe in the video's description. So if your family is not doing THM and they can have some honey, then you know this is a great healthy cookie to add to your collection. And we are gonna, I should probably help bake. Everybody else is working.
Fun.
And we're gonna get finished baking here. I was gonna say we're gonna get baking, but they're already hard at work. And you can see Brennan over here, and he's making a dairy-free option for him. And yeah.
And Dad And my dad's dad.
And for Grandpa. So we hope you are enjoying the holidays, and I will show you these energy bites. Wasn't that fun? I really enjoyed getting to do that. And okay, so these energy bites, I just want to show you. It is like 7 ingredients, 8 if you have the optional coconut. And I have to tell you, these are not pretty cookies. I have taken them to events at my friend Kelly's house before, and they do get eaten, but they're not the prettiest cookie. In fact, if you have a plate of them just by themselves, they kind of look like meatballs. So if you're going for presentation, yeah, you might not want to use these, but if you're going for taste, then I recommend them. Or you could sneak them on a tray of other cookies, then people won't be confused. But okay, so you're gonna want some oatmeal. You only use a half cup, and when you use only a half cup in this whole batch, it's not enough carbs to be substantial, so you can still have, like, I think I did the math once, and it was like you could have a fourth of the batch and still be within like those 6 net carbs that you can have in a S setting on THM. I don't think you'd want to eat a fourth of the batch because it does make like 40 balls. You'd be eating like 10 at one time. Okay, and I love Gentle Sweet. This is my favorite sweetener from Trim Healthy Mama to bake with. So you are going to use a 1/3 cup of this. So you're mixing. Okay, first you're going to mix your oatmeal. And I'm gonna demonstrate this in a little bit, but your oatmeal and your natural peanut butter together, and then you're gonna add in. This is the part that there's some wiggle room. So I have made up here some of the Trim Healthy Mama pancake syrup, and it does not take long to make this at all. Maybe less than 10 minutes, maybe 6 minutes on the stove, and I love this stuff in these energy bites because the original recipes called for honey, and obviously you don't want to just put sweetener. You need something to that's liquidy that binds it all together. And so this is where the THM pancake syrup really shines, and you can use that. I do recommend in the book, and I'll put the page number for the THM pancake syrup recipe, it calls for molasses, like blackstrap molasses, just like a 1/4 teaspoon, and I highly recommend putting that in. I think it really makes this syrup. And then you add some protein powder. You're gonna put a 1/3 cup of that. And then the amount of the chia, I accidentally dumped in way too much one time, and it worked really well. So that's up to you if you like that little crunch of the chia seeds. They will get stuck in your teeth, so you want to check your teeth before you go places after eating these, because they just seem to find little spots to hide, and you will feel them expand. Yeah, it's weird. So, but it calls for like a 1/3 cup, I think, is what I have here. I haven't made them in a little while. Let's see, what was it? 4 to 5 tablespoons. So yeah, like a third cup. And then you can decide if you want to add coconut. Sometimes I will make half a batch without coconut and half a batch with. And then vanilla. And if you don't have the THM pancake syrup, a friend of mine discovered that I'd shared the recipe with, that you can use, what was it? Like a teaspoon of maple extract and a few tablespoons of water, and that will, and then bump up your Gentle Sweet a little bit. So that is an option if you're in a hurry and you don't have time to make the THM pancake syrup. I did use a sugar-free syrup that I had gotten for my birthday. It's like, I think it's Nature's Hollow, but I'll have to double check the brand. That worked pretty good too. I liked that syrup. It wasn't my favorite, and it was kind of watery, but yeah. Anyway, so I think that's everything. So I'm gonna change the view and show you me mixing it up, and I'll put the quantities. And please, if you try them, please let me know. And I have added chocolate chips to these as well, and that is also a fun, yummy variation. Okay, so I'm gonna move to the next part, and I think I remembered everything. They're not pretty. The pancake syrup. I feel like there was something else I was gonna say, so I may add something. But if not, you have a Merry Christmas, and I just hope that your shopping is going well. I'm not done shopping, and it's like 3 days before Christmas, so this year's been a little tougher with a baby in the house, and yeah, it just takes a lot longer to get everything done, but that is okay. I'm enjoying having my little sweetie, and I'm gonna put a couple pictures of her at the end. And thanks so much for watching, you guys, and have a very Merry Christmas. Okay, I just finished making my batch of energy bites, and it took me, I timed myself, it took me less than 10 minutes to make these. That was with scooping all of these. And I did end up using my little Pampered Chef, it's still dirty, scooper, and that makes it go really fast. You can also make these dairy-free by using collagen in place of the whey protein powder. They were really a bit stickier doing that. But once I put them in the fridge and let them harden, they were great. So yeah, I think that's it. All right, guys, hope you try them, and I will see you next time.